Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, our journey is going to start here in Barcelona, as always. Today I'm going to Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, through Amsterdam. Richley and I are really excited to go to a brand new country. By the way, as I am talking, Richley should already be there because he was flying today from London to Zagreb. On the way, we went past The Hague, which is a really important city not just in Europe but in the world, as they have the International Court of Justice. So guys, I am in Amsterdam now, in the Netherlands, and I need to go and find my connecting flight to Zagreb. Unfortunately, Richley had a little bit of a drama. Richley had a problem entering Zagreb, Croatia. And so basically they said that because he comes from the UK, now they are going to deport him to Slovenia, and then he's got to come back later. So I won't be able to see him, unfortunately, as soon as I get. But if we are lucky, he's going to be back by tonight. In any case, after this really unpleasant thing, I need to continue with my journey to Croatia. So guys, I made it. I managed to come into the country. I don't know what's going on, but Richley obviously had extremely bad luck. In my case, I made it, and I'm really happy. As soon as I left the airport, I saw a charter bus going to the center, which was only €5. I thought it was a really good idea because it was non-stop. So here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. So can you tell me a story about your first day here in Croatia?
Well, it was quite dramatic because when I got to the border, they asked me, the first question was, where are you flying from? And I said, I'm flying from London. And they said to me, okay, PCR. And I said, here's my vaccine. And they said, no, PCR. And I was like, well, I've got my EU digital COVID vaccine. I said, I have Sputnik V, obviously from Russia. And they said, no, that's not enough. I said, yes, but I have residence in Spain, everything like this. And they said to me, no, I'm sorry, you are returning to London. And at that, I thought to myself, what am I going to do? You know, Victor is in the air going to Amsterdam. We were going to meet in Zagreb. I was in the airport, not allowed in. And to cut a long story short, they told me that despite the fact that I was being deported, I had to pay for my own flight out of the country. And I said, no, that's not going to happen. So eventually I stayed there and I waited and I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do anything. And eventually they said, you have 12 hours, you can go to Slovenia, and then with the same antigen test, you can come back. So I said, fantastic. And that's it, and I'm back here now.
And yeah, so our first day here in Croatia, it's been rather, you know, not really pleasant at all.
Rather chaotic.
Exactly. In any case, we are going to enjoy our time here, and we really want to go now for a nice dinner, and tomorrow we want to enjoy this beautiful city. So let's start this video now. Hello everyone, welcome to Zagreb, Croatia. We shouldn't be able to start this video without a nice room tour. We're going to show you our 19th century apartment right in the old town here in Zagreb. Come on. So I just would like to show you everywhere here, follow me. So this is more or less like a studio. It's really like, it's not like small, but it's rather spacious. We just have what we need.
So what's nice about this apartment is we have a very nice chandelier, which makes us feel as though we're in some sort of palace. And then we have a nice long wooden mirror, a nice desk to study at, and the kitchen gets a little bit more contemporary with a very modern bathroom, as you can see here.
So guys, we've come to the end of our flat tour. So this is where we're going to be staying for the next 2 days. So we've had already 1 night here, we've got 2 nights left. So guys, today is a beautiful morning. It's really nice. It's not hot, it's not cold, just perfect. This is a perfect temperature. So right now we are going to have breakfast in a cafe, obviously. And yeah. What do you think about Zagreb? Which is your first impression about the city?
Well, quite medieval in places, fairy tale style.
Yeah.
And
I really like it.
Friendly locals, but I'm afraid the English that we've seen so far is not that good.
Yes, because the thing is, like, there are so many Americans. I'm joking. What I can tell you is that the architecture here is really like Austro-Hungarian style. If you go on the internet, they will tell you that actually the city has this sort of like architecture during the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So Croatia was like strongly influenced by it. So therefore their architecture. Right now we are walking through the old town here in Zagreb. Apparently the buildings here date back to the 13th century, although the city has been inhabited for more than 1,000 years. We decided to get our accommodation here in the old town to have a better insight into Zagreb. So I just got for myself a Americano because obviously this is not my lovely Spain or my lovely Russia. Where I can get soy milk or almond milk or oat milk, anything except from dairy. So I just got myself this Americano and basically got something interesting.
So this is a coffee with whipped cream. In Italy they call it espresso con panna, and in Austria it's known as like a Viennese coffee with whipped cream.
Vietnamese coffee?
Viennese.
Ah, Viennese. I thought it was Vietnamese coffee. I was like, what? Wait. And this is what we got for breakfast, a tuna sandwich. Unfortunately, I didn't know that they were going to add mayonnaise. I was really angry, but unfortunately I had to eat it, even though it was really tasty. Now that we've eaten, we need to continue with our day. So right now we need to go to one of the most important places here in Zagreb. I'm talking about the local market. It is a really big deal here, because this is where the locals come and they buy their goods.
Sadly, when Victor was explaining everything, it was so noisy, so it was practically impossible to hear his voice, as there were lots of people walking along these market streets, hustling and bustling, selling their fruits and vegetables, olive oil, honey, juices, etc.
Undoubtedly, if you come to Zagreb, this is the place where you can get your souvenirs from. Here things are really original and they seem handmade, which is really good. So don't think it twice.
So here we are at the foot of Zagreb Cathedral, which is over there. Unfortunately, in March 2020, an earthquake came and the spire was damaged quite a lot.
That one.
So therefore, restoration work has been undergoing.
I am really liking Zagreb. I was not expecting to be this beautiful, and seriously, it does look like Austria. And that cathedral really reminds me of that one that we've got in northern Spain, in Burgos. So it's rather similar. And As you can tell, obviously it's a neo-Gothic cathedral built in the 12th century. Although Richley is telling me that it looks more like Westminster Abbey. Obviously we are not going to agree on that because I do believe that it looks more like the way in Burgos.
Did you know that on the 9th of November 1880, when the earthquake struck, the cathedral clock stopped working forever? And the last time it showed was 7 o'clock, 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
As soon as we got to the core of the old town, we encountered this march. Those men were riding horses dressed in traditional Croatian costumes. It was really unexpected, but really rewarding. It was really beautiful to be following them throughout the old town. I sadly believe Zagreb is one of the most underrated European towns. It is really beautiful and is not as bustling as major European cities. But don't get confused, there is a lot to do here. Richley and I are enjoying our time in the Croatian capital.
So right now we're in the main square of Zagreb, and right behind you here you can see the central clock. This is a common meeting point for people when they get together with their friends and they want to go for a nice walk.
And they say?
And they say, let's meet at the central clock. Countless layers of history and memory are woven into Zagreb's main square. In the 18th century, its oldest part, Harmika, was used as a toll collection point, while today the widespread plaza is a popular gathering place. Despite the obvious imperfections in some of the buildings due to the earthquakes, the city in general is in very good nick.
So we've come to the Central Park here in Zagreb, and we've seen what's like the most. And this is a must buy.
Corn.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about corn. Let's get some.
Unfortunately, the gentleman didn't have change, so he's left us with our corn, and he's going to see if he can change the bill for a lower denomination. Let's see if there's luck. If not, we won't be able to eat these little babies.
So stay tuned. Are we going to be able to eat the corn?
If not, if he runs away with my money, I'm going to start working for him.
So now it's time to try out. Okay, our corn.
Let's try it.
Do you like it?
Very nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's grilled.
So how much is it in euros?
Around €2 each.
Wow. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Croatia has so much history, but as a country it's not that old. Do you know that Croatia got its independence from Yugoslavia in the year 1991 on the 25th of June? But what I find even more impressive is the fact that it was the same year when the Soviet Union came apart. What a coincidence, right? Now we're going to enjoy this amazing cold cappuccino that we got from the shop.
It's called Cafe Latte Cappuccino Parmalat.
Try.
First it says shake it.
Wow, it's really tasty. It tastes more like cocoa. Doesn't taste like cappuccino at all.
Tastes like chocolate milkshake to me.
Mmm. Oh, it's really tasty.
Not really getting these coffee vibes, but it's
more like chocolate.
Yeah, it's still refreshing.
Yeah, it's still nice.
It's such a warm day. So behind me, guys, you have the Art Pavilion of Zagreb, built in 1898. This is Southern Eastern Europe's biggest art gallery. However, due to COVID and stuff, now it's temporarily closed.
the more I walk around this city, the more I see that Zagreb is really similar to Budapest, the capital of Hungary. 3 years ago, Richard and I, we had the opportunity to go over there and went to that famous bar, which is like really nice. And to be honest with you, the Pavilion of art here is rather similar to that building. What do you think?
And later that evening, we decided to come to a cozy Venezuelan restaurant in the city. We sat down and enjoyed some lovely fruit juices, and to accompany it, we had some tostones with cheese, hot sauce and shredded beef. Later we ordered the specialty of the house, arepas with beef, avocado and other vegetables inside.
Hello everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today is our final day here in Zagreb. Tomorrow we are leaving this city to Slovenia, Ljubljana at 12 p.m. midday. So right now we are going to have a nice breakfast, and later we still don't have plans. Let's see what we can do. Yesterday we forgot to come to one of the most iconic spots here in Zagreb, located in the very core of the town. I'm talking about St. Mark's Square. The square is home to the Croatian government, parliament and constitutional court. But as grateful and stately as these buildings are, they take a back seat to the stunningly pretty St. Mark's Church, which is in part dates back from the mid-13th century.
Now it's the morning and it's time to find a lovely cafe to have some breakfast. Let's see what we can find, guys.
A few meters away from St. Mark's Square, we found this lovely vegan restaurant where we decided to have breakfast. So I got for myself this lovely cappuccino with soy milk. And also we got avocado on toast with pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. It was really tasty and healthy. Guys, in our opinion, we believe that Croatia is really like underrated. Zagreb, I think it's a lot better than what you can like even imagine.
It's really charming to be here, to see so many buildings that are really old and with this sort of vintage style windows and ceilings.
Yes, I mean,
trams.
you sometimes feel like you're not like in Austria, Hungary. I don't know, it's just like a mix of countries, but it's absolutely beautiful and stunning.
And not everyone speaks English, but many people speak English. And you have to be careful because sometimes places won't accept credit cards, so you have to
That is a big
cash.
problem here, no credit cards. I would say that 70% of the places don't take credit cards. So before going in and consuming, just make sure that they do take credit cards.
If not, you'll have to take money from an ATM and they'll charge you commission from your bank.
Exactly.
I'll bring the rain. Promise you'll drink. I'll bring the sunshine. If that's what you think will help you grow.
So guys, we've come to this restaurant and we are going to get some ribs.
It's a rib time for us.
Exactly. So we are going to
rib it up.
So we are going to do a takeaway because we believe that we would enjoy them more at home. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah. So in the meantime, we are going to have 2 Croatian beers near the center square. So guys, we are going to make a review on these two beers and to see which one is better. I'll tell you which one is tastier. So we are going to try this one first.
Zeppelin or something like that. It's called Zeppelin.
So it's really...
So this is Zeppelin.
And this is?
And this is Karlovačko.
So this one is really soft. I would really recommend it. And obviously that's why I ordered this. Now let's go for this one. Apparently this is stronger. Yeah, you can tell that this is stronger because it's a lot more...
So which one do you prefer?
It's really bitter. I mean, probably for people who really like beers, then probably this would be like a better option. But this one, for people like me, who don't like strong things, probably this one is better. So guys, we've come to the end of this vlog. Tomorrow we are going to Slovenia, and which means that there are more videos coming up. So I just have to tell you that you have to stay tuned. And if you like the video, just don't forget to subscribe and to give us a thumbs up. So see you next time. Until then, bye.
I'll bring the rain.